The provisions in the law could change the way you vote, and both sides of the aisle want it thrown out. ABC 15's Sarah Goldenberg was at the Capitol today, and Sarah, some people who oppose this law say even a repeal isn't enough?
Well, you know, Republicans and Democrats, they agree. They all want the election law scratched, and so do activists, but not enough to let lawmakers repeal the law. Activists say they want to let voters decide what happens next. Armed with 140,000 signatures, community activists hope to reverse an election law they say hurts voter rights.
We were willing to come to the table.
Despite that, activists testified against a repeal. They're worried about what happens next if lawmakers repeal the law.
We have not gotten any commitment for certain that if they repeal this, that they're not going to go back and repass it in smaller pieces.
House Bill 2305 trimmed Arizona's early voting list and bans volunteers from collecting early ballots from voters. Republicans want to repeal the law, saying it needs more work and could make elections expensive.
There were people that didn't like the package. What we're trying to do is to say, okay, we heard that loud and clear. We understand that there are people that don't like this as a package. So let's repeal it.
But Democrats think that should be up to voters to decide, not lawmakers.
I think at this point we are taking away that choice from the voters, and it's not our place to do so.
Representative Martin Quezada says the repeal is a power grab.
They're afraid of what's going to happen if the voters do turn out in November. They're afraid that the voters are going to reject this bill. They're afraid that this might be voter protected.
But Representative Eddie Farnsworth says he doesn't know of any plans by Republicans to push similar bills through in the future.
I have no knowledge of any concerted effort to break this bill apart and start running them through. Doesn't mean it won't happen, doesn't mean individuals won't sponsor pieces.
Now, this all boils down to who gets a say in changes to this election law, the voters or the lawmakers who passed the bill to begin with. Now, the fight is likely to continue, Katie and Steve, in the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be a long session. Thanks so much, Sarah.